how it's just gone, like everyone just wants to be in Dubai. I mean, look what's going on in the UK. And so I just took a leap of faith and decided to open my own brokerage. This is the city to become a millionaire or a multi-millionaire.
They don't really know how to just be in the middle anymore. Oh, I also learned the crypto secret. Are you ready?
Yes, as a woman, we're taught from when we're very little to constantly be on the watch. Well, not so much Canada with the school shootings, but the US, as you know. As a parent, I can't imagine, and my friends back home say the same thing. When I have to send my child to school, I always wonder, is today the day that my kid's school, something bad will happen?
I was interested in us talking today about our move from North America to Dubai. And I know I have a lot of stories. I'm sure you have a lot of stories.
Yes, I do.
So I wanted to hear some of yours.
I made the move to Dubai. I was in a bit of a personal crisis, going through a lot personally, and I didn't know where to move. I knew I didn't want to be in the United States anymore. And my brother saw a TikTok video of a woman who moved from the UK to Dubai and started her life over. And she was talking about the safety, tax-free, how clean everything is, what an amazing city it is, versus being in London. And I mean, I'd heard of Dubai, but never thought of it. And being a North American and working in media, the news media for many years, the Middle East was always portrayed as a scary environment and a scary place. So I messaged him back and I said, you want me to move to Dubai? Are you insane? What? I said, you know, that's on the other side of the world, right? You know, that's in the Middle East, right? And he said, yeah, but I've been doing a deep dive on it. Like, go on YouTube, look at the videos, look at how amazing it is. So without having ever been to Dubai, I literally booked a one-way ticket and moved here 2 years ago.
That's crazy. It's so crazy how your story, I was interested in meeting more North Americans or Canadians. There's not many of us.
No.
But yeah, it's crazy. Your story is just different from mine because I did experience it for I think I lived here for 9 months when I was 21. So I knew a bit, and I came with a boyfriend. So
yeah,
I got to see the sheltered side.
Yeah, that
was just definitely more. I'm trying to think of the word. It was the expats. It was yeah, British expats. Everybody holding your hand,
Yeah. And what year was that when you were first here?
I think it was 2011.
2000. Oh, so that's quite a while ago.
But I hadn't been here since. So my story was similar in that I was wondering about where the U.S. was going. I didn't love the opportunity in business. I didn't really want to work for a major corporation.
Yeah.
And so it just ended up being this thing that I always had in the back of my head. I wish I could move back to Dubai because I just had such great memories here. And the sunshine was I was living in Seattle at the time. So the sunshine was a huge...
Yeah, huge draw. Yeah.
Huge draw.
8 months of rain versus, 365 sunshine. I'll take the sunshine any day.
But I had no idea. I think Seattle might be ranked one of the most expensive cities to live in for food, for just cost of living in general. And that was something that really changed after COVID, the cost of living in America. And here, everything about Dubai, I feel like I went back in time, aside from how much it's changed. But a lot of the things that changed for the worse in these other Western countries, it didn't happen here.
No.
Grocery prices are what they used to be 13 years ago.
Petrol.
Yeah. The first time I filled up a car, it was $35. I was like, what?
How is that possible when it's well over, 100 or more at home? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We live in the future here. That's what I always say. And when I first arrived, and I started to understand Dubai, the first thing I said was, it's no longer the American dream, it's the Dubai dream. Mm-hmm. And I I will stand by that over anything.
Yeah, it's definitely like when I arrived here with my family who came to help me, my dad put his arm around me and he was like, well, I guess you're a pioneer.
Yeah,
So
it does.
Yeah.
It does feel like that.
Trailblazing our way. So I'm curious about your actual experience of maybe culture shock in your first month. What was that like?
It is a little bit of a culture shock moving here. I mean, there's 200 nationalities that coexist here compared to, let's say, North America, compared to Europe. And, you're so far away from your family and you're all alone. So you have to get over that loneliness and kind of that initial rush and excitement of being in Dubai. And then it sinks in, okay, I'm making my life here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't just quickly get on a plane and go back.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of a long haul. And just learning to navigate Dubai. Yes, things are incredibly easy here. I mean, we can get anything on an app, get anything delivered within 15, 20 minutes. But it's also tricky learning you have to stay in an Airbnb first. Then you have to get your visa done. Then you have to get your Emirates ID. Then you have to get your Ajari and your Diwa and all set up for your apartment. It's definitely tricky,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also easier in some ways than
Mm-hmm.
America. And
When you got your apartment, what was that like? Like, did you stay in an Airbnb for a month or?
I did. I was in an Airbnb for a month. And then that's always stressful as well because your month is coming to an end and
Mm-hmm.
your visa has to be timed in time so that you can actually go get a long-term rental.
Mm-hmm.
And, so you're kind of driving all over. Where do I want to be? Is it the marina? Is it JVC? Is it JLT? And, you're new to the city, so you're not sure where you want to be. I moved into the marina because I didn't know where to go and it was fine. But again, it's a lot as when you're first coming here and it's all challenging.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy once you get to know something, but it's
Right.
really hard when you first start. I remember when I arrived, the only thing I was focused on was getting my dogs here because it was quite
That's right.
tricky. Yeah, so like I was focused on all of the paperwork. It was like a massive binder. And then, you can't actually bring them to Dubai. You have to go through Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, all of the space in my head was just focused on that I didn't even realize that I hadn't set up the best credit cards for living internationally.
Yeah.
Chase ended up kind of disappointing me. And I couldn't use those cards. And those were the majority of my credit cards. So everything was kind of going through my debit. And then half of the time I would have to call.
Oh, yeah.
So getting my banking set up was really important. Like it was my number one thing. But in order to pay all your first landlord stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have a bank. And so I can't really remember exactly why I couldn't figure the bank didn't come later, but I was just barely getting my Emirates ID around the time that I found my apartment because I wanted to stay in the Airbnb as little as possible, right?
Yeah, same.
And I ended up I had this day where I just scheduled to do everything. But there is a way to pay your Zenner bill without a bank in Dubai. And there's a way to pay your Diwa. But they were really crazy. Like one of them, I had to go to one of those gas stations, Zoom.
Yeah.
And I think I paid with cash. And then another bill that I had to pay, and these are bills that you have to pay up front before you can move into your apartment.
Yep.
Another bill, like I put in a number at an ATM in the mall, and then I just put cash in. And I was like, this is wild.
I know.
I mean, there was a way to do it, but it was such a stressful ordeal. And
it is.
In the end, I got my apartment. I stayed on an air mattress. And then I found out that my shipping container was like maybe 3 months delayed. And it was in the summer. So everything came, and I think it was like all the electronics were melted.
Oh.
So I had to resurrect my big computer with a hard drive. It was a big project, but I wouldn't recommend to anybody to ship their furniture. Like everything I thought I loved and I couldn't live without, it turns out.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
Better just to start fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what's the company that you're working at now? Tell me about what you're doing for work now.
Yeah, well, you and I originally met through like an Airbnb course.
Yes.
And we were exploring the industry, and everybody talks about how Dubai is like the hospitality capital. I mean, that's their focus.
Yeah, of the world, yeah.
Habibi, come to Dubai.
Yeah, Habibi, come to Dubai.
So yeah, you and I were both interested in like maybe investing in that kind of venture. Right. So with this company that I've kind of stumbled upon, it was for a chief of staff position. And it had like a long-term rental angle to it. Yeah. So it's almost like the Airbnb for monthly stays. And they offer hotels and they offer like holiday homes, service departments. So it's actually like one of the only really great solutions for people that are coming to Dubai, don't really know what they're doing yet. Yeah. Maybe waiting on furniture. Instead of sleeping on an air mattress, maybe I could have done that instead.
I know.
And like you can book for long term, and they pre-negotiated discounts on behalf of whoever stays with them. So I know with Airbnb, you have to reach out directly with the host and be like, hey, and this is after you book. And then you say, hey, can I get this for 3 months for a discount? But you never really know until you book it. But with this company, it's all pre-arranged. It's all pre-negotiated to the lowest rates.
So you can talk directly to the company versus how you have to do it. Because like you said, with Airbnb, you've got to pay first, then you can speak to the owner.
Mm-hmm. Well, with this company, they've already pre-negotiated all the lowest rates.
Okay.
And it includes hotels. So hotels that are locked in, like for B2B, they're locked in on their pricing. So they can't do surge pricing. So if you have to book a certain time in advance, you can get a really great deal, especially if it's a lot of people at once for maybe a work project.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the other benefit.
So if someone's moving over from the UK with their family, and instead of getting hit with a surge pricing, like you say, in December when the rates are so high, they've already pre-negotiated a really good rate as opposed to being sort of gouged by some of the other platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's great.
And there's no booking fees. There's no tax. Like all the prices are preset, so it's just one price.
Oh, good.
And it covers utilities and
everything. That's what I found annoying about Airbnb, because you see a price and then all of a sudden then the tax. So you think you're getting a good deal and then you look at the tax and go, oh, right.
Or housekeeping fees. Like
yes.
Yeah, with this company, you get, if you're staying at a hotel, I think you get 3 housekeeping services a week.
Right.
So yeah, it's not like with Airbnb where it's like once when you arrive and then when you leave.
And then is there a deposit?
Yeah, so it's paid up front. So that's the deal.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And you guys have units kind of all over Dubai.
Yeah.
So you've got
thousands. So they've done the deals with all the major hotels, and what's great about this serviced accommodation side is that it's only the big companies. It's not like one random host.
Yeah.
So it's standardized. You can book with Estee and it will be one experience. You're not, there's no variation in your hosts. And there's not necessarily as much of a need for like rating your stay, because it's through a hotel, which the brand you recognize, and then it's also through the larger holiday home companies.
Oh, that's interesting. So there's a better level of control, if you will. Because honestly, it is a crapshoot when you're booking, booking.com or Airbnb. Yeah, it can look great on the pictures, and then you arrive and go, well, I'm paying a lot for this, and it's not great.
Yeah, I always found that it was hard to figure out like storage. Like when you're moving, you want to know like what kind of storage you're going to get if you have like 8 suitcases.
Yeah.
Like I did.
And do you have, since you're a dog owner, do you have units that are pet friendly? So people who are bringing their pets with them?
So that's Estee's angle, is that they are moving in the direction of AI and very advanced filtering. So anything that you're interested in, as we build up the brand, you'll be able to filter it. Like eventually it'll be like talking to ChatGPT and saying, I want something with a grassy yard, because that was something I looked for with Airbnb, but it was just like pet friendly instead of of showing me the grassy yard where it would actually make my life easier.
Right. Or nearby dog parks or dog walks or something. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really helpful. Yeah. What would you say is some of the best things about Dubai that we absolutely love, that I know that I'm certainly grateful for, that I think North Americans can't really wrap their head around?
I remember my first week of being in Dubai, I was kind of walking around a street. Maybe I was coming out of blah blah, and I was like, I'm basically in America. Because the people don't realize like how much American like architecture, like products, there's so much going on around us that is just like, okay, America is here a little, in the vibe, in the, so that was, I wouldn't say that's the best thing. But it does feel like I went back in time.
In what way?
Maybe the way America used to be.
Yeah.
I definitely have noticed that like everything's so polarized back home, like opinions and stuff. I kind of look at it now and I'm like, not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just an area where so many people are divided, and they don't really know how to like just be in the middle anymore.
Yeah. And they just don't know how to focus on anything else other than what the media is throwing at them on a day-to-day basis. For me, I just noticed immediately the safety. You just, as a woman, I was having this conversation the other day with my sister. 2 years of living here, your nervous system calms down. Because as a woman, we're taught from when we're very little to constantly be on the watch. Who's behind you? Who's around you? Where are you parking your car? Don't go to the ATM at night. Don't park in a garage. Don't park beside a van. Don't grab something off your car. It could be laced with whatever. They could knock you out. They could grab you. I mean, people are followed constantly. And as a woman, you just have to live by that, as in Europe and North America. And here we just don't. Like, it's gone.
That's crazy, because when I left Seattle, I was actually in a kind of tricky neighborhood for safety. And, you know, the sun goes down maybe at 5 p.m. in the winter, maybe earlier.
Yeah.
And, I wouldn't go outside after dark, ever.
No, you can't.
But here, like 2 a.m., like that's a great time to go for a run as a woman.
Or go for a walk, or it's just anything. It's really, it's just such a shift from a North American attitude. And then the other thing, speaking of politics, when you meet people in Canada or the USA, it's the first topic of conversation that comes up. And here it never is. People just don't talk about it because we're talking about everything else. We're talking about work. We're talking about an event. We're talking about a networking event. We're talking about, oh, what beach club or what restaurant, or, oh, did you try this coffee shop? There's like a gazillion gorgeous coffee shops here.
There's so much to do.
Like, there's not just Starbucks, right?
Right.
And anyone I meet, and I deal with people all day long from every socioeconomic background, and it's never politics, other than to say some comment about how everyone's moving to Dubai to escape the craziness and the crime and the lack of safety and obviously the taxation that exists. I mean, it's our population has hit 4 million now.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I wonder what it was 13 years ago.
I don't know. I saw it on a graph somewhere on Instagram, how it's just gone, like everyone just wants to be in Dubai. I mean, look what's going on in the UK, right?
Yeah.
How does anyone live there under that amount of taxation and lack of safety and the tax that they have to pay and get nothing for? It's funny. I was talking to my hairdresser the other day. She's from Ireland. She's lived here 18 years. And where her salon is located, they just put in this beautiful new road. The 1 or 2 times I had gone and it was under construction. And then the last time I went, it's all open. I mean, I think they did it in, I don't know, a year or so. This beautiful road, underpass, the whole thing. And her and I were talking about it. And she goes, yeah, they did that in a year. And she goes, I just went home to Ireland and I'd not been in 3 years. They're still working on this little bridge, doing this, trying to fix this little bridge. And it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I will say this. When I first moved here, I was kind of out in Arabian Ranches area. And it was just a drive through the desert to get to the marina or anywhere.
Yeah.
And now it's all filled in.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're just definitely different.
Yeah, we live literally in the future. Because I just went home to Canada, I don't know, 6 months ago, and I landed in a large Canadian city that I won't name, but I got off that plane and went in that airport and went, wow, where am I? Everything was disorganized. Everything was dirty. Just,
Dubai does ruin.
It
like,
does
the rest
ruin
of the
you,
world,
right?
I remember that shock when I went, when I left Dubai the first time. Is we visited. Yeah, I flew into New Orleans.
Oh,
in the winter, and I was just like, where
am I? Where am I? I know. And I was standing in the security line and talking to this woman, and I said, she was like, oh, where do you live? And I said, Dubai. And she went, what? What do you mean? She goes, Dubai? I'm like, yeah, in the Middle East. And I said, I live in the future.
It's funny because I keep saying it's like going back in time.
But yeah, back in time to when things were clean and well done and organized, and people treated each other with a level of
affordable.
And affordable.
Rates,
yeah.
Like, life was
all of that.
Yeah.
That's back in time, but we live in the future in the sense of the technology we have, how Dubai is so forward thinking, the beautiful architecture, like they just want to keep go, like let's be number one. And no other city on the planet thinks that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel lucky to live here.
Well, I want to direct the conversation a little bit to what you've been doing. So like you had to take it a step further than just moving here. You set up your own business.
I did.
And
Yeah.
I have a little bit of experience with the chaos of that, but tell me more.
It's a lot. So I was doing real estate in Southern California for 6-7 years. And then when I moved here, I thought, oh, I'll do real estate, right? I assumed it was the same as it is in North America, and it is not, as we know. But I worked at 4 or 5 different agencies, and I just thought, not exactly happy with how things are run, how they're treating the staff, what I'm learning, all of that. And so I just took a leap of faith and decided to open my own brokerage. And again, what other city in the world could I actually do that? Because it is fairly easy and fairly inexpensive. If I tried to do the same thing in North America, it would be gazillions of dollars and red tape and government regulation and all of that. I actually did all the paperwork on my own. I didn't even have to hire like a POA or go through a company. I just all did the company setup on my own. So they make it very simple. So yeah, I have my own brokerage now, and I've got 11 agents working for me, and it's good. It's really good.
And you definitely offer like an extra incentive to come work for you, right?
I do higher commission splits, and I really hold people's hands. And I come at it from a North American aspect of doing business. and I'm training my agents that way because there are a lot of bad agents in the market, and I am hoping that the market matures over time. But we have a really solid, good team of people, and they do business the way I like business to be done.
Right.
You know, common things like returning a text message, answering a WhatsApp, you know, like just being a business professional and just teaching them the business of real estate and all about Dubai that I think is missed with a lot of agencies because they're just turning and burning through people. They're just hiring, and maybe one or two make it, and then the rest they just push out the door. For me, it's not about quantity, it's about quality.
Totally.
And really nurturing the staff that I have and making sure that they are successful, because this is the city to become a millionaire or a multimillionaire. And yes, it is hard, but if you have the entrepreneurial mindset and spirit and the grit and determination and work hard, absolutely you can do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah. I think that's what attracted me to this company, Estee, is it's just a lot of entrepreneur minds. And honestly, like from my business experience, I can just look somebody up and down and be like, you've either got it or you don't. Like it kind of comes down to how much you care, how much ownership you take. I love the startup world. Like it's so exciting. It's
100%.
It's a little bit of an engine inside you when you wake up.
It really is. And I tell that to my agents too. And I've been through a few people, 4 or 5 that I've let go, but because they just don't have the entrepreneurial mindset, and you can see it fairly quickly. They say they do. Oh, I want this. I want this. I want this. Yeah, you want everything that Dubai has to offer, but you have to work for it. It's not just going to be handed to you, right? This is a very tough business. There is no shut off. It's not 9 to 5. You can't just go home and watch Netflix and, zone out. I'm constantly on my phone. My staff know that they can reach me anytime, day or night. I have one staff member. He will text me at 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, I don't respond at that hour. But, he's out, he's networking, and he's got an incredible network. And Dubai is also very much about networking here, more so than anywhere I've ever experienced in my entire life.
It's the land of expats and entrepreneurs.
It is.
Worldly entrepreneurs.
Yeah, it really is.
And it's also part of the culture to not drink as much. Like Western countries, a lot of millennials have some kind of drinking problem.
Correct.
And here, everybody is just so driven and on their way to do important things that like it's very common to meet people that are just like, I don't drink.
Right, exactly. And even to go, when I first started going to events, that there is another option offered, like juice.
They have the fanciest mocktails here.
I know.
It's so fun.
And as opposed to just being like, oh, here's a glass of wine, it's so nice. It is so lovely. And the young agents that I did have come and want to give it a go, I tell them right up front, please do not get pulled into the Dubai lifestyle, the Dubai bling, all of that stuff. You came here for a reason. You came to become a millionaire and change your life and change your family's life. Do not get pulled into that.
That's a really good point, because like Instagram and TV in general, they give this impression of Dubai where it's like not peaceful. It just seems like a little bit more of this like
elevated Vegas.
Yes. Vegas on steroids.
Right.
So that's not at all what it's actually like.
No. And that element exists here. I mean, definitely does, but it depends how you want to live your life. Like I hear so many comments, oh, you have to be rich to live in Dubai. Yes, there are plenty of wealthy people that live here, multi-millionaires, billionaires reside here, come in and out. But there's also families, there's also doctors, there's school teachers, there's nurses, there's people who work in offices, everyday people. And it just depends how you want to live, right? And you can have a beautiful, amazing life here. Yes, there's all kinds of, people that are heavily into the party scene and all that kind of stuff. Well, if that's what you want, crack on. Not my jam. But Dubai just offers such safety and opportunity like no other city on the planet.
And friendship too, because a lot of places, you know, in North America or Canada, like people have their their friend group, you know, that they've known for maybe their whole life, and it's just a tight-knit group.
Yeah.
Here, like you can come here and everybody's new. And so all the networking, all the sporting, all the, you know, art clubs, anything that you're doing, you're meeting people that are like actually excited to meet other people. It's kind of like going to college.
Yeah.
Orientation week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's apps for that. I went to a networking event last week and I met a guy from Canada who was here doing business, never been to Dubai before. I met another girl from Toronto, Canada as well. She'd moved here 3 days ago because her girlfriend worked for Emirates and has been bugging her to come here. And she finally quit her government job in Canada to move to Dubai. I met another woman, moved here from London. She was a school teacher. Another woman who moved here 2 years ago from Bulgaria. And everybody is open. Everybody is open to meet and talk and share and tell their story. Oh, you should know this person. You should connect to this person. It is so different here versus North America, where people just honestly hold their connections. They don't, you know, oh my God, I don't want to share my connection with this person because they might outdo me, or it's so different here. It's really hard to explain.
It's kind of like a new money version of like going to an Ivy League school.
Yeah.
Like the connections you get in an Ivy League school, which are so closed off or so exclusive. And then you come to Dubai and you're going to have, like, you never know who you're going to meet anywhere.
You never know.
And it's usually way more open.
Yeah. You could be sitting having coffee somewhere or lunch or dinner or whatever and be sitting beside a billionaire. You have no idea. Absolutely no idea. And then the other thing too, you know, I have lots of friends and family who have children in school back in the US and Canada. Well, not so much Canada with the school shootings, but the US, as you know. School shootings, they just had another one the other day, and that just doesn't exist here. Does not exist at all. And I mean, as a parent, I can't imagine, and my friends back home say the same thing. When I have to send my child to school, I always wonder, is today the day that my kid's school, something bad will happen? I can't even imagine what that feels like. And we don't have that issue in Dubai and never will.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's just nuts. Absolutely nuts.
So,
yes.
What would you have done differently if you moved to Dubai again and you knew everything you know now? Like, what could you tell newcomers, expats that are dying to live here like we were?
What I would do differently if I had to move to Dubai today is I would open my own business immediately.
Yeah.
It is so easy and so inexpensive.
And it can take care of your visa headache.
Yep.
I remember doing so much research. I was like, I don't have a job offer in Dubai. How am I going to do the visa thing?
Yep. Yep.
But freelance visa is really easy.
There's so many. There's investor visa. There's influencer visa. There's creative visas. There's 1,000 different visas. And I don't think people understand why Dubai really works how it does. Because in order to be in Dubai, you have to have a job and a visa, or your visa, if you have your own company, that is creating your own job.
You have to pass a medical test.
You have to pass a medical test. And then you get your Emirates ID, which is like your passport to the world of Dubai. But that's renewable every 2 years. And that is how they control who is in the country. That is how they know who is here. Unlike the rest of the world that just lets people in with no checks and balances, that is why Dubai works. And if the rest of the world would do that, they wouldn't have the issues that they do. And that's why I love Dubai. But yeah, having said that, I would come open up my company. And even if you think, oh, I don't know what company I would open, you can easily change it. I mean, there's a little bit of a cost involved. It's actually not much.
Yeah, I ended up doing that.
Yeah, just change your trade license. That's it. And then do something else.
But at least go to the mall.
Yeah, you just go to the Dubai Mall and do it. It's so easy. And then you have your own visa and your own Emirates ID, and then you're free to do whatever you want. If you want to go work for another company, you have to give yourself what they call a no objection certificate, an NOC, so that you can actually go work for another company. Like if I wanted to go teach spin, because I was a spin instructor, I always taught that part-time because I loved it. But I would have to give, because I have my own visa, I'd have to give myself a no objection certificate so I could go work for a company and teach spin, right? But it's just, that's what I would have done differently. Start my own company immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything about like the moving process or rent?
Well, now that I know about your company, I would go through your company, because honestly, I found the Airbnb and the booking.com daunting and expensive and really unhelpful.
Well, and the alternative, like if you want to save money, is to find an apartment, like a furnished apartment, like I think what you did.
Yeah.
And then this is what I didn't know about Dubai when I arrived, is that you pay 2 checks and it's directly to the landlord. So the apartment like rental system that we know in America, it's not the same. It's more like condos here.
Yeah.
And then you pay 6 months up front. And so you have to have that money saved and ready to go.
Yeah.
But there are companies like Estee that do month to month.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I specifically like researched a lot of different options, and I made like a deliberate choice to go with Airbnb because I wanted to be able to move around and discover like which part of Dubai I liked the most. And so having an option like Estee where you pre-book in advance, but then you can switch it would have been really cool, because I would have known I'm taken care of for like 3 months.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have done the air mattress thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I was in a glorious hotel with it's a hotel / apartment with a beautiful pool and like everything you could possibly want, but I had no furniture for way longer than I thought.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. I know that is the tricky thing here. So you have to understand that when you go rent your apartment, it's either 1 check, 2 check, 3 check, 4, like whatever. Although just being in the business now, we are having landlords that will do 12 checks. We just did a couple of rentals where they did allow 12 checks, which I was shocked, because that's not normal. It's usually 4 checks, 6 checks, that type of thing. So people don't understand that coming from North America.
But even then it's a hassle. Like I was reaching out recently and I asked how many checks. Like it's the first question anybody asks if they know Dubai, and they'll, like, some of the agents just kind of won't get back to you right away. Like they want to know you're serious, or
I understand. And just in terms of real estate, obviously, because I get asked this all the time, is the Dubai bubble going to burst? First of all, it's not a bubble. Everyone in the world is moving to Dubai. Dubai has really become the treasury of the world, just like Switzerland used to be. And people who have money, want a better life, want to be here. So in terms of the bubble's going to burst, I don't see it happening. Will there be a little bit of a correction, maybe 4 to 6% of a correction? But all that means is that there'll be more buyers in the market, and we will shift to being a buyer's market as opposed to being a seller's market, which we're in right now. So it will allow more people to get a mortgage, buy a property. Hopefully we see a little bit of the pricing come down. It's never going to come down for the luxury market. That's a whole other animal. But I'm saying for the average person that wants to buy a studio, a 1-bed, a villa for their family, they'll be able to get into the market.
What are the mortgage rates here for somebody like me, like an expat? I remember researching this because I was like, God, if I bought property in Dubai, it would be so much easier than America.
It fluctuates depending on your income and all of that. But on average, it's about, let's call it 3.8%. That's kind of average. And if you have not as great credit, the score will go up. We work with a great mortgage company, so I just kind of let her deal with that when I have a mortgage buyer. But even, I wish I would have bought something when I came 2 years ago. That's the other mistake that
me too.
I wish I would have, because prices have gone up 30%. I mean, I see in my own building how things have increased that are just, it's insane. And those prices are not going to drop, especially for certain areas. Yeah, but and then the other thing that people do here a lot to make money, which I wish I would have done as well, is buy off plan. You've got to find the right developer, find the right agent to guide you to the right project. And once those boxes are ticked, buy an off plan, make your payments, because I'm telling you, in 2 years, 3 years, you'll either have a place for yourself to live that you own, or you can flip it, make the capital appreciation, or stick a renter in there and start building your own portfolio and making money. Because in the 2 years that I have lived here, the amount of people that I have met that bought off plan that made stupid amounts of money is crazy.
I was going to make a comment on that, is that because I was here, you know, in my early 20s, and then I had like this other comparison. So like in America, I was kind of among like upper middle class kids.
Right.
We grew up together, and a lot of us had really great opportunities, like maybe provided by our parents. So a lot of people got the down payment for their first house, you know, in their 30s from their parents. And the same thing occurred in Dubai with those same friends that I interacted with from 13 years ago. The difference is insane, because in America, you know, there's this one standard of living for most millennials, and here they are driving G-Wagons.
Yeah. Yeah.
With that same level of opportunity from their parents, the real estate thing really opened doors.
Yeah. I just met a girl recently. She's a flight crew at Emirates, and you know, they get their allowance and whatever. And she has worked very diligently, bought into the right off-plan projects, and instead of, you know, blowing her money on shoes or purses or whatever, or cars, she's bought 3 apartments, and she's got renters in there. She's setting herself up for her future. I mean, so incredibly smart. There was just a real estate agent on Instagram the other day. He bought in, I think it was Talal Al Ghaf. So that would have been 3 years ago. And he made 285% on his money return. Nuts. Like there's no stock market, there's no crypto, there's no other place that
Crypto, maybe.
Maybe crypto when it takes another run, but
It's running.
yeah, it is running now, thank God. But where else can you do that?
Oh, I also learned the crypto secret. Are you ready?
Yes.
So when global liquidity is high and the US dollar value is low,
Yeah.
that's when Bitcoin runs.
Oh.
So 1 year of research. There you go.
Thank you. Good to know. Good to know.
You can just ask Perplexity, like, where is global liquidity? And you'll be good.
Okay, I need to get my phone and do that and look at my crypto. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess there's one more question I have. So based on, you know, your life here, you've been here for 2
years.
2.5 years, maybe?
Yeah, coming up.
So what is your favorite neighborhood area? Like, I think I discovered, like, on a Reddit thread, I wasn't as like deep into ChatGPT at the time.
Yeah.
But I discovered on Reddit that a lot of Americans said they liked the marina, and I think that's why I chose it. But I didn't know what I wanted or was looking for.
Yeah.
So what were
my favorite area to live, I mean, I live on the Palm. Some people love it, some people hate it. I love it. I thought, if I'm moving to the desert, I want to look at the ocean, and I do look at the ocean, and that's fine. I think the Palm is an amazing place to live. You're never going to go wrong with anything you buy beachfront. Even if you can only afford a studio, if you're looking at that water, that thing will feed your grandchildren. Like, honestly, beachfront, there's only a limited amount of beachfront in Dubai. And that to me is the number one investment. As an investor, or even to live, you know, there's different pockets that are great. JVC, yes, I know everyone hates the traffic there, but they are improving it. And there's some incredible investments in JVC. Same with JLT. Marina, yes. Again, you've got to pick your area where you are in Marina. But again, great investment areas.
The people that did off plan in my building, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they just
Yeah.
made potloads of money in that building. You know, and then you can go out into the suburbs, look at Talalo Gaff, look at Demac Lagoons that's coming. I mean, anyone buying off plan in that right now, you'll make potloads. Arabian Ranches, of course, Victory Heights, of course, Jumeirah Gulf Estates. I mean, we're talking at a different level now, but if I had lots and lots of cash, I would live in Jumeirah Gulf Estates. I love it there.
Oh, I don't know if I've been there.
It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, those compounds kind of out of the city, they're so, like, the birds chirp, there's lots of grass, there's,
nature.
You're looking at a golf course, palm trees, like, you kind of feel like you're on a tropical oasis.
Yeah, and it's a whole different field. The other area, which I should mention, is Creek Harbor. If I wanted to move my entire life and company, from where it is now, I would just pick up everything and move it to Creek Harbor, because that is, again, massive capital appreciation, massive ROI, and just that whole community out there. I mean, there is such a vibe just driving in. I absolutely love it. And all the nature preserve that they're doing there. You're looking at water. I mean, they're going to do their version of the Burj Khalifa that will be the center.
Oh, okay.
It's all EMAR. It's just, every time I go there, I love it. I always think, oh God, I could live there. And it's dog friendly.
Oh, of course.
Very, very pet friendly.
Yeah.
Loads of restaurants, Pilates studios, like everything you could possibly want. But again, you kind of would want to put your whole life there. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I don't think I was aware when I moved here that, like, downtown is kind of the Vegas version of Dubai.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm currently in the marina, and I really like it. Yeah.
Marina has everything. I mean, I love downtown too. Again, you're never going to go wrong buying anything downtown, because Dubai downtown will always have that ROI and that capital appreciation. Maybe slower on the capital appreciation, but definitely people want to be downtown.
The restaurant scene. It's just,
and there is good walking there. It's just not my jam. It's not my jam. I need to be more out of the fray of things. Yeah. Okay, Natalie, since you and I have been through this, what 3 tips would you tell someone who wants to leave North America and move to Dubai?
Well, I guess the first stage could just be figuring out, like, if you can go with your current company. Like, I think Amazon has quite a few jobs here. If you're figuring out your visa in advance is probably a good idea. And there's a lot of options. Like, the freelance visa is great for anybody that maybe isn't sure what they want to do, but they want to have options. Like, you can model here under a freelance visa. There's just a lot of opportunity. And then, figuring out your move. Like, I could have done it so much less stressful for myself if I had figured out more of, like, the financial, like, where am I going to live stuff in advance better. Like, I was only focused on my dogs.
That's just good.
Getting them here. So, yeah, I didn't realize that there were companies that could kind of take care of that hassle for you. And that's some of the stuff I would have done differently.
Yeah. My 3 tips for moving from North America to Dubai, like you say, decide if you want to open up a company.
Right. Yeah.
What the company
That's another
will be.
option for a visa.
Yeah. If you do work for a big company, Google, Amazon, 100% they have jobs here. Get on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is your life in Dubai. I think unlike anywhere else in the world, LinkedIn is so important here. And then have your money organized.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Like, there is a really interesting thing that Estee does that I would have loved when I first moved here, which is that they can have a SIM card ready for you in advance. And so with applying for jobs, if you don't have a job yet, nobody, like, no recruitment agency is going to look at your resume unless if you have a Dubai phone number at the top. And so it's actually really hard to apply or to be taken seriously until you're actually, like, physically located in Dubai.
That is true.
But if you have a SIM card waiting for you at your hotel or your
residence,
then you can use that number in advance.
Oh, that's so good. I forgot about the SIM card and how important it is to have a WhatsApp UAE number, because we don't use WhatsApp in North
I
America.
don't know why. Like my phone bill is only like $20.
I know.
And I have like all the data. Like I don't call people. Like everything is
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I know. The whole world should just be working on WhatsApp. It's just so much easier. Yeah, those are great tips.
Yeah, well, thank you, Grayson, for being here today and talking all things real estate. And yeah, I'm excited to do this again.
Absolutely, we will do this again. Thank you, Natalie. Good to see you.